Hi, friends. Welcome back to Live at the Roxy. Are y'all good? I know the answer to that. I know the answer to that is no. Here's the thing. For no reason other than, like, nothing has changed. For no reason other than, I guess, my mindset, my therapy, my self-work, I'm doing okay. My circumstances have not changed. My career hasn't changed. My love life hasn't changed. But nothing's changed. But I don't know why I'm feeling okay. And when you're feeling okay, I feel like when you're not feeling okay, and when you're in the shit, as I call it, you look around and a lot of people are in the shit, but you can't even, because you're in the shit. Now that I don't feel like I'm in the shit, I am seeing how in the shit a lot of you guys are. And I feel like it is my responsibility or my pleasure to try and help you guys get out of the shit, because that's what I really needed when I was in the shit. How many times can she say shit just to make sure they demonetize her video? Shit. So here are some signs. And by the way, we're going to talk about the Grammys. Those are getting postponed. COVID's a bitch. A bitch. Omicron sucks dick. Omicron fucking sucks. Also, the CW hasn't made a profit since 2006. What the fuck's happening? They're trying to sell it off. What is going on there? We're going to talk about those things. But most importantly, you guys at home. I have theories that you guys are not well right now. And obviously that is not every single one of you, but it is a lot of you because of some of the ways that you guys are acting, but also because a lot of my friends aren't well right now. As you guys know, Dorina talked a little bit about her depression on Wednesday, and it's hard out here right now. And a lot of people started this new year, and we're 6 days in. By the way, it's fucking January 6th, so it's a weird ass anniversary of our country if you live in the United States, and what a shit show 1 year ago was, and we're still in a shit show in a lot of ways today. But there's people who are just not doing well right now, and I think they thought come January 1st would change the game, and now we're almost a week in, and they're still in the shit, and they're like, why the fuck am I here? Why am I here? New year is supposed to be a new start. So keep in mind, remember, January doesn't mean anything. January 6th, January 1st, whenever you want to put the work in to have your healthiest mind, body, and soul, you can. It doesn't have to be a specific fucking date. And keep in mind, things come in waves. Sometimes we're high and sometimes we're low, and sometimes we're in the motherfucking shit. And all of that's okay. That's why we're here. That's why the rock stars are here. I think that for a little bit of a Roxy's advice corner, this is something I want to share. If you can, which you're not always able to, but if you can, one of the things that I think will be most helpful is to try and make everybody else's life easier, not more difficult. Let me explain. That doesn't mean don't ask for help when you need it, because that does make other people's lives easier, because then you become the best you that you could be, which makes for the best relationships, which makes for the easier life. So we don't want to pile shit on our friends and family right now by making things difficult for them. If you can make your boss's job easier, make your boss's job easier. Help out more. If you can make your friend's life easier by maybe bringing them something or telling them something that you think would be helpful, then do that. Don't pile shit onto people's plate, shit that they don't even need. And like Jimmy Nails in here says right now, just remember everyone's fighting their battles. So when you are down and depressed, it's okay to reach out, and you should reach out to your friends for help. But like, for example, a lot of you guys are complaining about other ones of you guys right now to me. I'm getting messages from dozens of you right now at 2, 3, 4 in the morning talking of things that have nothing to do with me, just aren't related to me, are work related or beef related, whatever it is. And I'm sitting here thinking, why would somebody do this to me? Why would somebody do this to me right now? Like, don't make my life so much more difficult. Make my life easier. I'm going to try in return to make your guys' life easier all the time. And it's not just about that, it's about everything. Like, right now, Drina so badly didn't want us to be bothered by her that for a little while she was trying to keep more things to herself. And the second that she started opening up to us and sharing things, and we were actually able to help, we are going to be able to help. And we're going to do the best we can. And that makes everybody's life easier. So I'm not saying that if you're not well to not share. You need to be able to share. But don't just take shit and throw it on somebody else's plate when it doesn't need to be there and it's not helpful. Remember, we've talked about this before in the past, things that are helpful versus things that are not helpful. Just not think about when you're saying things. Is this helpful? Is this useful? Is this the right time to say it? Is this the right day to say it? One of the things that prevents us from having our best judgment is being depressed. That's something that we can't necessarily help. But there's a lot of things that prevent us from having great judgment, such as being drunk. Being drunk prevents us from having great judgment on when to do things. Being really angry, like reactionary, prevents us from having the best judgment on when to share something. There's a lot of times that you should sit on something. And I know that makes us uncomfortable to sit on things. Sit on things and wait and see, is this something I should share? Sit on something for 24 hours. I actually saw a friend of mine, Ash, tweeted out the other day. She said, my new policy is that I need to let something in Amazon sit in my cart for 24 hours before I buy it. And I thought that was fucking hysterical. Now, it kind of defeats the purpose of Amazon because the whole purpose of Amazon is that it comes to you quickly. But I thought that was funny because I do all the time. All of a sudden, I'll have an idea. I'm like, I have to buy this right now. It has to be here tomorrow. And it's like, that is so impulsive. And as an artist, sometimes you need to follow your impulses. But in general, when we're having feelings or thoughts, the other day, one of my closest friends really upset me with something they did. They really upset me. And I wrote out this novel response about, this is why what you did really fucking upset me. I can't believe this is what you're doing. It's really sad. And this is hurting me in these ways. And then I read it and I was like, all right, nothing's going to change overnight. If you would like, it's right now, it's 1 a.m. If you want to send this to her, wait until tomorrow morning and see how you're feeling. I read it back in tomorrow morning and I was like, you know what? This person is not particularly well right now either. I actually don't think they're going to receive this well. I don't think they're their best selves right now. And I think if they read this in this current state, it could make them more upset and it won't be helpful for our relationship. So I'm just not going to say anything. And I didn't. And so I dealt with I was annoyed. I wrote out all my feelings and then I decided, okay, that's enough for me. It's enough for me to have just written it all out. I don't actually need this person to hear it. And maybe at some point in the future, this comes up. Maybe I address something down the line. But as of right now, that was just for me. That was just for me. Also, another thing I want to talk to you guys about is perspective. By the way, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider, super chat in. Appreciate your guys' support. Perspective, man, it's a hell of a drug. It's a hell of a drug. It's really crazy when I look at the problems that a lot of my friends are having right now, or a lot of you guys are having right now. And everybody, it's all relative for different people, right? What their worst day of their life is. It's all relative. You only know what the worst day of your own life is. But some of my friends right now, as they are so miserable, I look at their lives and I'm like, holy shit. I feel like you've never had a dumpster of bricks dumped on you. Otherwise, you would know this doesn't matter. And the first instinct I'll tell you, my smallest self, my worst self, gets annoyed and angry because I sit there and I think to myself, wow, this is like you little weakling. You little weakling. You little shit that this is going to be the thing that you fucking lose your shit over. I can't believe it. This isn't even a problem. You've created this own problem. How fucking weak are you? And that is my lowest conscious self because that's not nice. And also, they might not have as much to compare things to. Their life might have been more cushy, and different things affect people differently. So I have to get out of that mindset. So if any of you guys have that mindset, any of you guys who have lost people or are dealing with like extreme trauma, and then you see your friends get leveled by things that don't matter, and you're like, what the fuck is wrong with this person? We have to try to shake that because it's not helpful. It's not helpful, but it is frustrating. It is frustrating when, like, for example, I'll give you guys a small example. My mom's dead, obviously. We were super fucking close. And I, every day that she's not here, I think about her every second of every day. It's like one of the hardest things that I had to go through. For somebody else who's had a way worse life than me, maybe it would still be a struggle, but maybe it wouldn't be like one of the defining moments of their life. But for me, it certainly fucking is, losing my mom when I was a kid. And I'll hear my friends like be leveled about something so small with their mom. Like, oh, I'm so fucking annoyed with my mom because she asked me to go to she asked me to pick up this package and she knows how busy my day is and it's just fucking frustrated, like things like that, small things like that. And I'll sit there. My first thought is like, A, how insensitive, but B, what you're dealing with doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. She asked you to pick up a fucking package. Like, what a weird thing to fucking spiral about. But if that's their perspective, then that's their perspective. And all we can do as friends is kind of help them in their perspectives. A lot of us who have dealt with a lot have extreme perspective and don't sweat the small things anymore. And a lot of us who have dealt with a lot, for some reason, it doesn't affect us the same, and we still sweat the small things. And it's those people that I'm like, how? How is this possible when you've been through so much? Could you still be annoyed or could you still be leveled by something so insignificant and small? And it's frustrating. And so this isn't to shame anybody here. And a lot of this is about people who aren't even listening to this show. And some of you guys who are listening, maybe this resonates with, and I don't even know about what area of your life. But I just want you guys to all remember perspective. And whatever it is that is your fighting problem right now, think about your life and thinking about, sometimes our depression isn't caused by one thing. It's many things, or we can't even put our finger on it. But if you are down and out, if you are leveled, if you are sitting in the shit right now, try to identify why. Try to identify why. And then take that identification and try to use perspective on it. One way to put things in perspective is to practice gratitude. So, for example, y'all know I'm single. I've been single for a minute. It drives me fucking nuts sometimes because I feel like I'm a really great partner and I cannot wait to find the love of my life and embrace that person and live our lives together. I'm stoked for that moment, but it's not here yet. It's not here yet, right? So I keep driving myself insane. Like, fuck, I can't fucking believe that I'm alone again. And it's so fucking lonely. And that's valid. And for anybody who's alone, you guys know, especially if you just lived alone for a pandemic of 2 years, it is fucking valid to hurt. It is. That is real. And as somebody who has dealt with the death of a parent, I will tell you, I think that I would never, ever belittle a breakup because heartache is the worst kind of ache. And I would rather be in physical pain than heartache. It is fucking horrible. So I'm not saying that that's not a big deal. Like it is. But okay. So facts. I'm fucking alone. Like as in I don't have a partner. So what's helpful there? Is it helpful for me to sit and feel really bad for myself and be like, oh, I'm never gonna find this person and it just fucking sucks. And here's all the reasons that it fucking sucks. Or is it helpful to look at my life and think, wow, I'm kind of a catch. Not just kind of, I'm a full blown catch. And what can I do to elevate my life so that I can be even more of a catch and also just live a happier life? Well, I can focus on my career more and be happier in that area. I can work out more, be healthier, live longer. I can practice gratitude, feel so fucking grateful for people like Grammy and Papo who are still here and with us. And so many of my friends don't have any grandparents. I have 3 grandparents that are alive and right now. That's so fucking lucky. And so you practice gratitude, you put things in perspective, you work on being the best version of yourself, and you don't sweat the small stuff. Easier said than done. The other day I was with Steph and D, and we are having a big meeting at a restaurant, and I lost my validation ticket, my parking validation ticket. I was sitting there, I was like, fuck, oh, how am I gonna get my fucking car? It's gonna take forever. And I like stopped myself dead in my tracks, and I was like, Rocks, this doesn't matter. They're gonna give you your car because it's your car, whether you prove that through the registration or what. Stop freaking out. If it takes an extra 10 minutes, it takes an extra 10 minutes. This doesn't matter. You lost your parking ticket. It happens to people. It doesn't fucking matter. But little things like that that have caused me to spiral in my life, or like a friend will say something rude to me, right? Like one of my friends from home who I talked to, and she is like, if you guys think I'm abrasive and aggressive, this chick, whoa. She was like, we were talking about, she's like, are you dating me right now? I was like, no, nobody's serious. Nothing really going on. And she was like, do you think that you're not in a relationship because you really prioritized your work? It's like in that moment, you want to punch somebody in the face because it's like, dude, I don't fucking know, but I'm not in a relationship. So like, but when people say rude things to you, okay, so it's kind of rude. Does that person love me? Yeah. Am I gonna let that roll off my back? Yeah. What I'm not gonna do is let that destroy a fucking friendship over nothing. What I'm not gonna do is let that be pervasive and permeate the rest of my life and then start being a dick to other people and not be me. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna think that was kind of cunty, whatever. And then I'm gonna move the fuck on because years of therapy have taught me this doesn't matter. This does not matter. This is lessons to all. For any of you guys who are unwell right now, if there are a few of you guys who I know are going through really hard times with your families, not accepting who you are. A lot of people in this community are queer, are part of the LGBTQIA umbrella. And you guys are my fucking people. I love anybody who has the courage to live their life as who they are. And so I love that community. But one of the things that's been going on a lot recently is people's unwillingness to not be their true self during COVID because we have such fucking short lives and we know that. So a lot of people have opened up to their family and then a lot of people's families don't accept who they are. So a lot of you guys are not getting accepted by people right now and that fucking sucks. But to you guys, I'll say also perspective, like, do you have people around you who care about you? And if you do, think about how much better you are than people who don't. And family is only who we allow it to be. And I know this part is easy for me to say because I am extremely lucky in the parent department, other than the fact that one of my parents is dead. My dad, I'm extremely lucky to have a dad who really fucking supports who I am. If I bring home a man, if I bring home a woman, if that person is from any background or anything, my dad, anything, wouldn't give a flying fuck. That's really fucking lucky. I know that is a little more rare, so easier said than done. But the truth is, and this is hard to grasp, it doesn't need to come from your dad or your mom. It needs to come from within. You need to love yourself. You need to feel good in your own choices. You need to feel good about who you are. Feel confident in who you are. And then surround yourself with people who lift you up, no matter who those people are. Whether it's the people in this community or your classmates or your best friend from childhood or new friends that you make because you need new friends, so you sign up for a fucking volleyball tournament. Who knows? But that kind of love, it doesn't have to come from your parents. And there's so much of an emphasis on that in society. So just for anybody who's struggling right now, perspective, gratitude. I know those things are simple to say, but really think about it. Y'all have been through a lot. I've certainly been through a lot. I know you guys have been through a lot. What matters? What matters here? Because some of y'all are out there acting like one sentence from somebody else fucking matters. And it doesn't. One person's perspective on you matters. And it doesn't. And it doesn't. It just doesn't matter. There's so much shit going on in the world. We're on the fucking 1 year anniversary of January 6th, where almost our entire government was fucking overtaken. Like, some things matter. And some things do not fucking matter. So hopefully this is helpful for some of you guys. Let's go into the Streamlabs. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Maybe I'm speaking to some of you. Maybe I'm not. Maybe this isn't the show for you today. But I just couldn't keep going without telling you guys my part on this. In the Streamlabs, starting with the Zen one himself, Zen Glenn Caesar. He says, hello, good Thursday, Roxy. Sending well wishes to you. Peace, bunnies, hugs, good stuff to you, your dad, Jet, Sky, Grammy, Papa, and your family. Be most excellent to yourselves and each other. RJ and Rockstars, be you always and in always. Hopefully you're doing and feeling good. Glenn, I feel like for no reason other than, again, my years of therapy and me like just really fucking willing it, I'm doing okay. But just in case here's a reminder, Roxy best, Roxy number one, Roxy best, Roxy number one, Roxy best, Roxy number one. Yeah, stay awesome. May you imagine lots of golden sparkles of love flowing into you, especially your chest and throat area as you breathe in. Then breathe out all yucky energies. I hope there's yellow hearts and green hearts that fill you, Roxy and Rockstars, for happiness, joy, and healing. Roxy, episode 2 of the Book of Boba Fett is so good. I heard Korea really liked that. I tweeted about it. I thought it was really good. I love this episode. Lots of cool story, in my opinion. I still say that releasing 2 episodes at once would have been better, though. I'm curious to see what happened in episode 3 in the series. Me too. I don't want to give any spoilers, but I'm super duper with you, and I'm really looking forward to episode 3. I liked episode 2 a lot. It looked amazing, and it was just fun. It was fun to watch. I also wanted to mention, by the way, guys, because I forgot to give the shout out, and Avery Burke asked me to. On January 3rd, it was Chris Burke's birthday, and she wanted me to wish him a happy birthday, and I just wanted to pass that along. So, Avery, if you are listening, happy would have been birthday to your father, or it is still the day of his birth, and we love you, and we hope you are doing okay. In the Streamlabs, Lloyd Nance says, hi, Roxy. Hi, Lloyd. Ooh, look at that big support coming in from Amblin Soul. Yes, Amblin Soul. He says, here's to a better year around the sun. Fuck yeah. I hope so. Streamlabs in, guys. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Glenn Caesar says, thank you, Roxy and Rockstars, and everyone who's battling for choosing to do so. Thank you for showing up and being a support for the people around you whenever, however you can. Doing that, even when it's tough, makes you a winner. Whenever you win, we all win. Thank you, Glenn. Scott Welsh says, hi, Roxy. Off of work today due to the snow day and just wanted to send in some support. Thank you. Damn, yeah. A lot of people on snow days. Crazy. Not in LA. The thing about CW News that interests me is that they also film up here in Vancouver, meaning they can stretch the US dollar a bit more too. I know. I'm going to talk about that CW News because I don't fucking get it. Allison Salamoni. What's up, Allison? You mentioned practicing gratitude. I've been doing that for 256 days in a row. Oh, that's awesome. And talk about a perspective change. No matter how bad things have been, I have been able to always find something to be grateful for, and it makes all the difference. Wow, I love that, Allison. Talk to me about when you say for 256 days in a row, what have you been doing exactly for those 256 days? Are you writing things down, journaling? Are you just spending time dedicated to thinking about it? Is this just a mindset change? How have you been doing it? I really want to know more. Uh, let me know in the chat or however you want to. Going back into the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider. Jimmy Nail says, learned of a really hard loss to COVID today. Oh, I'm so sorry, Jimmy. And I'm unwell about it, Rox. It's like you were talking directly to me today. Thank you. Well, I hope it helps. Deaths fucking suck. And one of the things about them is that they put everything else into perspective. You don't usually put death into perspective. Death puts other things into perspective. And I would use that to help put the other things in your life to perspective. I'm so sorry for your loss. And especially to COVID, it just feels like at this point, how the fuck is this still a thing? How can people still be dying of COVID? I hope that you're okay and we're here for you. Thanks for sharing, Jimmy. Track stars in the Streamlabs. Yes, track stars. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider says, Roxy, what are your current thoughts on Pen 15? Are you sad they're not making any other seasons? Okay, so here are my thoughts, track stars. I love Pen 15 so much. It is one of the greatest shows to grace us. It is so good. And there were only 2 seasons. The second season was part A and B, but still, there's only 2 seasons, which fucking is a bummer. But they did say, Anna and Maya said, this was the story we want to tell. We told it for now. If there's ever more to tell, then we'll do another season then. And I think that the network would probably let them, or our network would probably let them. So I feel 70% sure we are going to get another Pen 15 season at some point. Now, is that next year? No, but maybe in 5 years? Yeah. And I would love to see how it grows as they get older, still trying to be that age, or maybe it's not that age, but they try to do high school or whatever. I genuinely think we're going to see more Pen 15 in the future and can't wait for that. I wish they had given us a 3rd season. I think even 3 seasons is the minimum amount of seasons one of my favorite shows should be. That's just me being needy and wanting more. But I wish that we did get more, but I feel like we will. I think we will. Can't be positive, can't be certain, but hopeful. Yes. And do I have reason to be? I think so. Thanks for asking. Okay, Trackstar says, for real, I've watched interviews and they said that middle school story is complete, but I love that perspective. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think they might do high school. Like they might do Pen 15 and they might do, maybe they wait because this one finished in what, 7th grade, or was it in 8th grade? And then maybe they wait 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 4 years and release a senior year of high school one. Like maybe they do it every few years. Because I've seen that too, Trackstars. They said the story they wanted to tell, they told. But they also said that they wouldn't be against doing something Pen 15 in the future. Or maybe it's something else that Maya and Anna do together. I just like this creative team, so I would love to see them do more. Yeah. We'll see, Trackstars. A 3rd season would have been great, though. Because it's so fucking good. And that age, there's just nothing like that age. But I also understand Anna and Maya as actresses wanting to do more. And as creators, maybe they have different projects that they feel passionate about. All right, we're only here for a few more minutes. So send in Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider. Let's talk about the Grammys. The Grammys are being postponed. And I'm not surprised because there's a huge outbreak of COVID. So that makes sense. They've been postponed indefinitely due to coronavirus and the related concerns. There's no new date as of now. The Grammys work much better in person because it's like a show. And I'm glad that they're taking this seriously. I am bummed that it's postponed. I think maybe some movies are going to start doing this too. We don't know. Right now we're in a surge. They say the surge is going to be worse. This week is supposed to be the worst that Omicron is. So we got to try to stay safe. Hopefully we're on the other end of this relatively soon. But right now it makes sense. How are you guys feeling? Do you think the Grammys shouldn't have postponed? Are you happy to see that they did postpone? When do you think they're going to postpone until? Let me know. Another thing that I thought was really, really fucking weird. When I saw this, I was like, how is this possible? The CW, they're looking to sell it off, which means you guys know the CW right now is a Time Warner property. It's a Warner Brothers property, and I guess that they are looking to Viacom, CBS, and Warner Media are looking to sell the CW. They are claiming that the CW has reportedly not been profitable since 2006. As somebody who watches like 80 shows on the CW, you guys know, from 90210 and Gossip Girl to Riverdale to Flash, Arrow, Legend of Tomorrow, Supergirl to like I just watched so many CW shows, or have in the past few years. To think about it like that is like, how is that possible? With all my friends who loved the 100 or Supernatural, it just feels like how is that possible? But they're looking to do the sale, and I'm a little nervous about what that would mean, but it's better than the network folding because I'm a big CW girl. I love the CW, and I hope that somebody figures out what to do with it and how to make the money. This is coming from Hollywood Reporter. It says, in a memo to staff Thursday, CW chief Mark Pedowitz confirmed that the network is on the block, adding that it is too early to speculate what might happen. The broadcast network, home to shows like Batwoman, oh yeah, that's another one, and Walker, is being shopped by its corporate owners Viacom and Warner Brothers. The Wall Street Journal, which first reported the news, says the local TV giant Nexstar is among the potential suitors. Nexstar, which owns 199 local TV stations, as well as the cable channel News Nation, and The Hill, is one of the largest owners of the CW stations. It isn't immediately clear whether Viacom, CBS, and Warner Media plan to sell the entire network or retain minority stakes. That's interesting. I wonder what their intention is here. News of the possible sale arrives as the network, a joint venture between CBS and Warner Media, has never been profitable since its formation in 2006, when the two companies merged the former UPN and WB network. I saw a lot of people tweeting about this too, how a lot of diverse television was put on the chopping block, and for what if it's not even going to make a fucking profit? Much of the revenue that is generated from the younger skewing network is generated from international and streaming sales for such scripted originals as The Flash and Dynasty. CW previously had a long-standing output deal with Netflix that helped series like Riverdale and All American reach broader audiences and ultimately grow on linear. That pact ended in 2019 as Warner Brothers TV and CBS Studios shifted library deals to their prospective streamers, HBO Max and Paramount Plus. So maybe that's where a big hit's been coming in. Also impacting the profit margin as on originals is the fact that foreign sales have almost entirely ended as CBS Studios and Warner's look to retain those rights for their respective streamers. So it sounds like they've made some not great decisions in the short term that they're hoping are going to pay out more in the long term. What are your guys' thoughts on this? The end of the Netflix output deal and loss of revenue from foreign sales created a larger concern for the studios that previously generated revenue not from linear, but from Netflix and international sales. Oh boy, they target viewers 18 to 34. Hello. We know this. I'm interested to see. This is what Pedowitz says. He said, first, as many of you are aware, over the past year or so, this transformative time in our industry has led to a series of business activity across media and content companies. Given that environment right now, Viacom, CBS, and Warner Brothers are exploring strategic opportunities to optimize the value of their joint venture in the CW network. So what does this mean for us right now? It means we continue to do what we do best, make the CW as successful and vibrant as we always have. Have you? We have a lot of work ahead of us with the original programming than ever. This season's expansion to Saturday night, our growing digital and streaming platforms, as we thrive when we come together and build the CW together. All right. We'll see. What do you guys think? Let me know. Getting out of here in the next couple minutes, so sending out any last minute thoughts, whether it's about our Roxy's Advice Corner, whether it's about the Grammys being pushed, whether it is about the CW and where they will go. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar. I know not all of you guys are able to financially support. I love you guys anyway. Those of you guys who are, that is the reason the show is able to stay going. Those of you guys who are not, I'm glad that I can be here for you anyway. And I want to give shout outs so that you guys still know you are seen and heard. Shout out to Zeno Hour, Joseph Ashley, Scott Welch, Robert Turner, John Bainbridge, Ryan Payne, Glenn Caesar, Jimmy Nails, Steve Cauldron, Greg, PLD. What up, PLD? Keep scrolling. Track Stars, Murderanta, To all of the people, John Perillo, all of the people, Curtis Mason. Is that Iffy Waterway in here? What? Chavini, to everybody, thank you for showing up. To Lauren and Gavin and Manny and more. Thank you so much for being here. All right, guys, we are getting out of here. So stay safe, stay sane, put down the toilet seat. We don't want those plumes. Make your bed. I did it this morning. Who else did it? We're working on our mindset. Making your bed is one of the best ways to do it. I'm telling you. Don't dream of the Holocaust. Should be a given at this point, but it's not. Brett Miles, Jonathan, arrest the cops that killed Breonna Taylor. That and everything it stands for. Much love to all of you guys. I hope brighter days to come. I'm going to be here no matter, though. I will see you guys for Only Stupid Answers tomorrow morning. And then after that, live at the Roxy. And then I've got meeting after meeting. Oh, boy. I got a lot of shit going on. Before I get out of here, I see another Streamlabs rolling through. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Glenn says, hope you remember to say to yourself, I'm kind, I'm caring, I'm full, unique, I'm worthy. My story is important, deserves to be seen and heard. Being kind, caring, full, unique makes you and I both humane, worthy, and a cozy fire to be near. Hashtag be an anomaly. I hope you live in serenity and actually get to see, feel, or perceive the yellow and green colored energies and sparkles of happiness and joy manifesting your day-to-day life today, tomorrow, and beyond. You're uplifting, a priceless treasure, and an inspiration. And on Glenn's word, that's it for the show. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Later.